Good morning, everyone. This is Leah Dixon in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I hope that I am on my page now. I've been having a lot of trouble with getting connected today. I'm just going to put a little comment here on the box. If you guys are on with me and can see this, if you could leave a comment, that would be great. That way I'll know that I'm connected. Oh, I just see an eye show up. Somebody's watching. That's awesome. So I probably am live and hopefully the audio and everything's working. Not really sure what's happening with the internet today. Oh, good morning, Janice. So I am so excited, so exhausted as well. I stayed up very, very late for the catalog to go live at midnight and place my order for everything from this new Sale-a-bration, well, from the new mini catalog and Sale-a-bration items. So we have our awesome new catalog. I'm going to switch over. I'm not going to do a full run through of the catalog today. If you want to see that, well, you can either go to my website, leahdixon.stampinup.net, and check out the catalog online for yourself, or on January 16th, I'm going to be doing an online workshop in my online workshop group and go through the whole catalog and do samples and all the rest. Today, I'll just quickly show you the catalog and the page that has the items I'm going to be using, as well as the Sale-a-bration catalog, and we'll explain all of that. So I'm just going to switch my view here, hopefully. There we go. So this is our new mini catalog, and for the first time I'm going to be able to actually open this up for you and show you some items on the inside of this catalog. So I mean, there's just so many wonderful things. I have an You Are Amazing project kit class coming up. You can check out my website for the details on that. And if you get my newsletter, the information for registering for that was in there. I'm going to make all 16 cards plus 4 cards that I've designed for you guys. Some beautiful Valentine stuff, wedding, whatever. Some gorgeous peonies. And as we flip through, though, the dragonflies I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of recently. Some more beautiful flowers, the fun daddy shark and little crocodile and all that. But on page 44 is what I am looking for. Today I'm going to be using the Sweet Strawberry Bundle, and so that's a lovely stamp set and a beautiful builder punch. So today's card is a little bit different than what I normally design because, believe it or not, I'm not using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which I actually find kind of ironic since the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is finally available for sale today. I should probably be using it and showing you guys how awesome it is. But I've actually gone with an entirely punched out card today just because I love these strawberries, and kind of dreary weather today. I'm feeling like I need a little burst of vitamin C and some strawberry deliciousness. So the cool thing about Sale-a-bration and this new catalog is that for every $60 you spend in our catalog, so here we've got our bundle for $43, if you add on another $17 worth of product, so perhaps some of our new basic white paper that's available. I'm not sure how many of you know, but our supplier for our Whisper White was no longer able to supply. So for a while there, you weren't able to order white paper or white envelopes. But we just found out last night that as of this morning, basic white, which is going to be our replacement product, is available for ordering. And so if you get my newsletter, you have all the codes to be able to do that. Otherwise, I'll be posting later today, or you can just contact me directly or go to the shop, and all the codes will be there for that. So you throw on some paper, some dimensionals, maybe some inks if you don't have all the colors, and away we go. And once you hit that $60 mark before taxes, then you get to earn a free item from our Sale-a-bration catalog. So you'll be going through here and it'll be free with $60 purchase. There's no price on this. You can't buy this paper. They have really nicely put together some bundles for you that if you buy that bundle, you'll be able to earn the paper kind of thing. So that's really nice that they've done that. So we've got the donkeys, the ombre paper, which I'm going to be showing you today. So you could order this bundle and maybe the granny cardstock that you're going to need and the basic white cardstock that you're going to need, and voila, you've hit your $60 and you can get the ombre paper for free. Some fun little birthday stamp sets. It's very disappointing. In the mail, I know lots of you haven't received this catalog yet, and so you haven't had a chance to see what the freebies are going to be, and they are just awesome. The lovely corner bouquet set. This one I just think is so beautiful. It's a Heal Your Heart set, and the sentiments are just amazing. Some more paper. There's tons of DSP in the catalog. And then at the $120 mark, you can choose to get 2 of the $60 items, or they've got this beautiful stamp set called A Touch of Ink, or the Berry Blessings stamp and designer series paper. And so, of course, this coordinates with the product that I'm going to be using today, although I haven't paired them together. You definitely can, and there's lots of options in the catalog showing you how to do that. And then there's this punch party that you can earn for free on any order or party over $375. So if you get a group of friends together and put your order in together, you guys could earn that for free if your sales total over $375. So contact me if you want to do an online party. I typically will, send out little kits, quick cards to make. We'll meet online, or I can do it where I just do some demos online and then your friends can order. And yeah, if you hit that $375, you earn that whole thing for free. And then finally, of course, the biggest deal in the catalog always just got sweeter. If you join Stampin' Up! Right now and become part of my team, there's tons of benefits. You can see all those on my blog at stampinwithleah.ca under benefits of joining the Inkpad Pals. But right now, for the $135, which includes your shipping and taxes, you get $165 worth of product, plus a free paper pumpkin. You don't get to pick which month, they just send you one. And then 5 packs of paper in the new designs that won't even be available for sale until June of this year. So, pretty awesome. That's like a $75 value in paper right there. So it's kind of crazy. Great deal. All right, so you can also see this Sale-a-bration catalog on my website, leahdixon.stampinup.net. So let's get creating. We're going to be using this and some ombre paper. So let's move these catalogs out of the way and bring in some crafting supplies. All right, so I've been scared to use my Whisper White because I only had so much and I didn't know when we'd be able to buy more, but now that we know Basic White's on its way, here we go. I'm using some white on my card. So what I have is a Granny Apple cardstock base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/4 to make my card base. And then I have a piece of white that's 4 by 5 1/4, so it creates that perfect layer on there. And I have some Granny Apple Green as scraps for later. So this is one of the ombre pieces. I'm just going to bring in that pack of ombre paper. It is such an incredible pack. You get so many sheets of each paper, and there's 2 color schemes basically. You've got your color scheme where you've got Rococo Rose backed with Bermuda Bay, and you get that in the patterned as well as in just a straight up ombre with no pattern. And then our other color scheme is Blackberry Bliss or Granny Apple Green. And again, that comes in patterned or not patterned. So just really beautiful colors. And you get a ton of it. Like in this container here, this is just 1 pack's worth. And I've also used like a ton of it already. So really a great value, especially that it's free, but it's so beautiful. So what I have here is a piece of the patterned paper cut at 5 1/4 by 2 inches. Now the reason I cut it at 2 inches, I like to cut strips when I'm doing them at either 1, 1.5, or 2 inches, because then it creates nice multiples, because these are 6 by 6 sheets. So I could get 3 of these and make 3 of this card. So I've got that. I'm not going to glue it down just yet though. I'm going to take my background And I'm going to take one of the larger stamps from our strawberry set, and I'm going to ink this up in Memento Black and stamp it straight onto my Whisper White. So the first time you use these, they do seem to have like a little bit of a coating or something on them. So I would like rub them on a soft cloth or give them a little wash before you use them. And so I'm going to stamp this kind of not too high, but a little bit up on my Whisper White, and definitely right over to the right hand side. All right. Now I am using Whisper White because of course I just ordered my basic white this morning, and so it won't arrive for a few days. Okay, with that done, we're going to actually color this in. So I've got my blends. You could also use our markers. Those would work well. Or even just a blender pen and your ink pad. Actually, I'm wondering, I do kind of want a softer look. That might actually be the way to go. I'm so used to always using my blends, but actually today, because we're trying to keep things simple and versatile, let's grab a blender pen. So blender pens, you actually get 3 in a pack. And then I'm going to grab my Rococo Rose ink, which I'm going to be using later on this card. And I just gave it a little squeeze to get some ink caught up in the top lid. And I'm going to pick it up here with my blender pen. And then if this is your first time, you're going to want to just try it out on your scrap paper. And you can see how that it actually creates a little bit of an ombre effect. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to color in my flowers. And I always start where I want it darkest. This one's pretty small, so it's not going to make a huge impact, but start where you want it darkest and work out from there. And so we're going to color in these flowers with our blend and blender pen and Rococo Rose. There we go. I haven't used these in a while. This is kind of nice. And blender pens, I do find, work best when you are doing smaller spaces. I really like the blends, like the Stampin blends, when I'm doing a larger surface, because I can get that same shaded look, but without kind of any lines or, like, I don't know, it creates a nicer effect on a larger space. And then when you're done with that, because I'm done coloring those, I'm just going to color until it comes clear. So even if the tip looks a little bit dirty, it doesn't matter, as long as what's coming out of it is clear. So now I'm going to do, oh, good morning, Denise. I'm going to do the same thing here with my Granny Apple. I just gave it a little squeeze, and now I'm going to pick up, I'm using the same blender pen because I got that all clean. So I'm going to pick up the color. Now this one, I'm actually, while it's still dark, I'm going to come in and do those dark places. And then I'll color the rest of it quite light with what's left on the blender pen. There we go. And then that. Alright, so we'll just get all that colored in. So it's nice because it adds a little bit of interest to the card. It's not all just one color. And like I said, small spaces, these really do work well. Okay, and I'm not going to bother coloring my other leaf because I'm actually going to be putting my DSP right over top of it. So we're not even going to see it. So I'm not going to take the time to do that. So that can actually be our next step in making this card, is we're going to glue our DSP down so that it covers up that, that leaf. So we could use Seal or any other adhesive that you like. I am always partial to my liquid glue. I just find it gives a great hold. And so I just put a bit on, and then I use that flat tip. So I very rarely use the pointed tip unless I'm applying like sequins and need that very specific dot. Otherwise, I just kind of put a very thin layer of glue across my cardstock, or in this case, DSP. All right. So we've got that glued down. And now this piece can actually go straight onto our card front as well. So same thing, while I've got my glue out, I just do a little dot and then I kind of drag that dot out. So it's like a very, very thin layer of glue. There we go. Little dot. And I like it because you can get right out to your corners, and then I just wipe off the excess in the center. That way none of it's going to smoosh out the sides. All right, so there we have that glued down. So really nice here with the Rococo Rose and the Granny Apple happening. So now I'm going to show you guys some tips with our strawberry punch. Now I just realized I didn't grab any paper to stamp on. So let me grab a few sheets of white here. All right, so I've got my white here, and I'm going to grab all of the outlined pieces for my strawberries. So how I did that is I actually, anytime I've got a builder punch, so like this is a builder punch where it has multiple images to be punched out at once. Anytime I have a builder punch, I create myself a template. And actually, I'll just clean this off and I'll show you how to use one of these templates, because I know a few of you, some people from my bingo actually won this set. And so you're going to want to know how to use it most effectively. So what I did is I took the punch and I took it on a slightly larger piece of paper, and but one that will still fit in my stamp case. And I came in and I punched it out. So that was step one. With it punched out, laying the same way it would be like once I had punched them out, I actually grabbed all of my outline images and I laid them into the openings. Okay, you want to try and get them as centered as possible. Sometimes I even lift it up and then like they kind of drop into place. And so drop them all into place. The flower's the trickiest because you have to make sure you actually get it. Like there's some that are different sizes. So the flower was the trickiest one. Got to play with that a bit. And so we drop them all in. And one last one. So once these are all dropped into place and sitting snugly, I then just put my block over top of them and press down. And now they're on my block and they fit nicely on a paper pumpkin block, or I think this is the block D. So they fit really nicely on there. And now every time I stamp these images, they're going to be perfectly positioned to punch out. So super nice. And then I just always remind myself like this is the front top. So when I'm laying it down to line them up, this is how it needs to be. I do that, put them on my block. And then I'll add the colors separately because this one, everything of course is going to be different colors. So, all right. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab my black. Now you could of course ink these all up separately, like ink your strawberry in red and punch it out, and your leaves in green and punch them out. But for this one, I kind of want that bold black line outlining things. So I'm not going to do that. So now, again, just because of how we're going to hold the punch, I'm going to put this down to the bottom right corner. I'll be able to use the other half of this for something else. So we've got that. And then before I punch this out, I'm going to come in and stamp in my color. So I'm going to start with my Granny Apple, and I'm going to stamp that full strength. So I've got the stamps that fill these in already on blocks. And I'm going to do some full strength Granny Apple there, and some full strength Granny Apple for my top. There we go. And put that away. Now I'm going to do some generational stamping, a new term that's kind of going around right now for those of us who have been around forever. It's called Stampin' Off. And so this one, again, don't need to be too precise, but so I've inked that. I'm going to stamp it on my scrap, and then I'm going to stamp my flower image. Just creates a little bit of a softer look, which is nice with this flower. You don't want the strong Rococo Rose because it would actually look very clashy with the Poppy Parade ink that I'm about to add to my gorgeous strawberry. And this one I am going to do full strength. So I'm going to ink that up, line it up, and away you go. So, oh, that strawberry makes me just so happy. I love that they've already got the shading in there, so I didn't have to get the edge of my strawberry darker. They've already got that built right into the stamp. So just so lovely. All right, so these are all inked up. Oh, that is not the punch I want. Wow. Okay, here we go. I have my strawberry builder punch, and I'm just going to slide that in. So you can see here the benefit of having it on a slightly larger paper, so I can hold on to that one side. And so I've got that all lined up. Give it a little squeeze, and I have all my strawberry pieces. And then I'm going to keep this on, because then the next time around I can stamp here and hold the other side to get that image. So that's, yeah, having the slightly larger paper is really handy. Okay, put my punch off to the side, gather up my pieces. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my stem to my strawberry, and I'm going to use some mini glue dots to do that. You could also use seal or even liquid glue. Then you just have to be a little bit patient and wait for that. I like my mini glue dots because I can literally just come in here, push this down, lift it up, and then come on over here and push that down where I want it. All right, now I could also, actually I'm going to, so using the punch, you do get your images cut out quickly, but sometimes I like it just to look a little bit more put together. So not for the whole thing, but just for the base of these leaves, I am going to fussy cut them so that I don't get that white line between my strawberry and my leaf. Okay, I'm not going to do it for the top or even the strawberry or anything, just for this bottom part where the leaves actually are connecting to the strawberry. All right, just one more little cut there. All right, so that should do the trick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't mind having the white outline around the strawberry, but within the strawberry, I wanted that to look a little bit more put together. Okay, so that's done. On this particular card, I am not using this leaf. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you, I've shown people it already done, but I'm going to show people how I do it today, is what I do with those extra pieces. So I have my sweet strawberry case. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to grab a medium clear envelope. So these, oh, good morning, Val. Oh, let me just see. There we go. All right, I don't know why my thing isn't scrolling down automatically for me. Okay, so what I've got here is a medium clear envelope. We sell these just right there where we've got our Whisper White and our Very Vanilla, our Basic White and Very Vanilla envelopes. We also have the medium clear envelope. So they're naturally closed this way. I'm actually going to come in here and fold it over so it goes the other way. So now the sticky part is on the back. I'm going to peel off the covering from my sticky bit. And I'm going to lay my envelope inside my case. So now I have an opening right up here. And I can grab that extra leaf. There it is. And grab that extra leaf and pop that right in there. Now, if I was smart, oh, I was, look at that, I can also store my punch builder in this envelope. So now I've got my punch builder, and any extra pieces are all going to be right at my fingertips anytime I grab this stamp set. And it just makes life a lot easier when you're working, so you're not searching around for things or recreating things. So that makes that super easy. All right, now where did my flower? There it is. All right, so we've got a strawberry, we've got a flower, but I am going to want one more flower. And I don't know how many people realized this with this stamp set, but The other flower in this stamp set doesn't go with our punch that we do have, our strawberry builder one, but what it does match up with, here, I'll show you. We're going to stamp this, and where's my Rococo Rose? I'm going to stamp this off again. It's a generational stamping. I'm going to ink that, stamp it on my scraps, stamp my flower. That wasn't super straight. Oh well. And then I'm going to grab another punch. You may recognize this one. It is our Small Blooms punch. And it fits perfectly with the larger strawberry in our Sweet Strawberry stamp set. So everything in this set can be punched out pretty much. It's really awesome. All right, so I've got my strawberry, I've got some double flowers. Now I need a sentiment. So I'm going to grab another piece of white, and I'm going to grab the Happy Birthday sentiment, because I have a ton of birthdays coming up. And stamp that. I'm going to put that on there. All right. And then I'm going to grab my 2-inch punch. And I'm going to do my best to center this and get all the words on there. So it just fits on our 2-inch punch. So I've got that. Set that to the side. And then I have, you'll see here, I have my Granny Apple Green. I've already punched a circle out of that. And I did that not with the 2-inch punch, but with the 2 1/4 inch punch. So they're going to layer up nicely. I just love how fast and easy punches are. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my dies. You know that. If you watch my videos, I use them all the time. But sometimes just having the punches, it just makes life so easy. All right, so got some glue on there. I'm going to attach that to a Granny Apple circle. There we go. All right, and the rest of our card we're going to put together with, you guessed it, dimensionals. So I'm going to pop this on here with some dimensionals. So let's grab a sheet. Okay, so I'm actually using up the borders right now on some of my mini dimensionals. I've got a lot of sheets of mini dimensionals that are like almost done. And so then I cut up the borders. Sometimes I save them and use them for shaker cards and stuff, but a lot of times I do this. I just cut them up. They're dimensional-ish in shape. And come in here, pop that on there. All right, now I am going to use some mini dimensionals to put those 2 little flowers on. And put those on the back. Peel that off. Okay, so we did have that kind of larger white space there because of just how our Happy Birthday laid itself out. So we're going to fill that up with some flowers. And then down at the bottom, we're going to pop on our strawberry. Now for this one, I'm going to put a mini glue dot behind the top of the strawberry and a dimensional at the bottom of the strawberry. Okay, and because I'm not super spatially skilled, I'm going to kind of lay it back down each time so I can see where I want those pieces. All right, so then I want it right there. And peel off that backing. Here we go. Awesome. So we're almost done our card. I just need to, of course, add a little bit of bling because the centers of those flowers are looking a little flat to me. And so I'm just going to see what I have to pop into the centers. I actually wonder if those will be too big or too dark. Let's see. That might actually end up being too bright. Let's go for something a little more subtle. So what else do I have here? Those are a little too big. And You know what? I might actually go really soft and really old school here. I'm going to grab, oh wow, mine are all really old. So I do have newer ones, but let's use up the old. I'm just going to grab some pearls. Okay, and oh, now here, I actually have it on hand. I never have it on hand. I actually have my Take Your Pick tool. So for those of you who do find these a challenge, oops, I actually seem to find them a challenge even with the Take Your Pick tool. There we go. Get that positioned. All right, grab these. And so these are just our basic pearls. You know what? I'm so not skilled with this Take Your Pick tool. I know people who can use this so beautifully, so quickly, and I don't know. I just always used my fingers, and there. So we've got those happening. I don't know, 4 seems kind of wrong, but I don't want to put a 5th one on there. So we'll just leave it at 4. All right, maybe I need to add another flower. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see. Use the putty end. I've tried the putty end. I don't know. I really have a tough time with it. I love the putty end when I'm using it for sequins. So yeah, I actually think I am going to throw one more flower on here. So I'm going to just figure out best positioning for that. Okay, right there will be best. So I'm going to grab my stamp again. This time I'm just going to ink up the one flower. I might accidentally get, you know, some other stuff inked. It doesn't matter because we're not really going to be putting that on there. Okay, and do that. So I got my one flower inked. I'll grab my one flower center and get my Rococo rose back here. Oh, use the pointy end. Oh, okay. I don't know. All right, so we've got that. Now we'll grab our strawberry builder again. Come in here and line that up. There we go. Oh, it went flying. There, got it. All right, and yeah, I think that'll actually add to it. I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to pop it up. I'm going to use my mini glue dots. Okay. Well, let's see. I'll give it a try. So put that on. Now you guys are saying pointy to take it off and putty to pick it up. Let's give it a try. I don't even know. Oh, there we go. Turn that around. So I've got my pointy, and then I need my pearls. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, it's user error, not that it doesn't work. So use the pointy to pull it off. Oh, that's way more controlled. Oh, and then you don't even need the putty to put it on. It just, oh, I love that. Okay, I've not used the pointy end of this, Denise. Thank you so much. That is fabulous. All right, and I think that last flower, the extra one there, just kind of made the difference on this card. I don't know why. I just really like having the odd numbers for like my embellishments and stuff. So that is my ombre paper sweet strawberry card. And so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoy working with this punch and with this stamp set. You're probably going to see a lot of work with this in the coming weeks. It's a really, here, I'll just move that out of the way. It's a really nice set to work with. And of course you can earn the ombre paper with the purchase of these 2 items and like throw on some cardstock and some dimensionals and you're good to go. So let's just see here. I'm going to transition back over to my other camera if I can. There we go. Hi. All right. So today is the first day of this catalog. The one last thing that I wanted to remind you of is today is the last day to get in on my stamp camp for the Ice Cream Corner Suite. So I did bring, actually I should have shown you while we're still on our other screen, I brought in a couple samples. These are not cards that we're going to be making at the stamp camp. We're going to be focusing on using the DSP that comes in that suite. But basically for purchasing the Ice Cream Corner suite, you will get access to a stamp camp that I'm taking part in, and you will actually get all the cardstock and everything you need to make 14 different cards, and they are adorable, and they're not all ice cream either. There's some cute teddy bears and pizza and all sorts of fun stuff. So today's the last day to get on that. I'll post the link in the comments in a moment in case you haven't done that, or if you already contacted me and said you were going to, don't forget to go on and use the host code and order for that. And then I do have, at the $45 option, I do have one spot left. The rest of, I've put in the order for my other $45. So that is where you don't, if you already own the whole suite and you don't need the stamp and the punch, then you can just get a half pack of the DSP, half pack of the ribbon, and a full pack of the sprinkles, and you will get access to our stamp camp as well. So 2 options there to do that. But I only have one of that $45 option left. I would urge you to go and sign up as soon as possible, because the Ice Cream Corner suite has been very, very popular, more popular than Stampin' Up! Thought. So I'm just concerned it's going to go on to back order, and then people won't have their product in hand for the day of the event. You'll still be able to watch with us, and everything will be available on replay, so you can build your cards later, but it would be really nice if you guys could stamp with us on the day of the event as well. It'll all be live in a private Facebook group. Yeah, so that is kind of, I think that's everything that's going on right now. Sale-a-bration, starter kit deal, Ice Cream Corner. Today is just such an overwhelming day. There's so much happening with Stampin' Up! I'm so happy that today is my regular day off, so that I'm around to kind of do all of that and enjoy it and not have to go to work exhausted. So you guys have a great day, and I will be posting lots of stuff from the new catalog now that it's gone live, and posting some new events as well. I'm kind of working on my calendar today and getting some more events on there. Right now I've got the Ice Cream Corner and the You Are Amazing Project Kit classes happening, and keep an eye out this week, because there will be more posted this week for later in January and all through February. All right, bye everyone.